What's up guys, Peter here from Reviews on Anything, and in this video we're looking at a product that I'm actually personally excited about. It is the Polaroid Zip, which is a portable Bluetooth photo printer. Now I got this because I have all these pictures on my phone, but I don't really do anything with them. Like every other Christmas I make like a collage book for some family, especially because my little kid is in there, which is always nice. But other than that, there's all these pictures sitting there just doing nothing. It's the same with all the pictures from Facebook or Instagram. They just sit around and you don't really use them anymore, besides showing them on your phone at a party maybe. Now what this does is it prints very small photos. This small actually, as you can tell. It's almost twice the size of your average passport picture. Which is small, but it's a very tangible little picture. And it's a lot less effort involved than using your big photo printer at home, which has very expensive ink. Usually has a complicated interface. This is very much sort of press and go printing. I have a 2-year-old kid and I like to share photos and memories with him. It's always a nice activity. So we get a big magnet board that we put these pictures on, and it's actually a nice interactive game almost with him to sort of rearrange the photos and make a little bit of a temporary photo collage. Now, this Polaroid printer is definitely not cheap, but it promises to be, very handy, sort of on-the-go photo printing, which it does, but there's actually quite a bit more to it than you might think. So we're going to take a closer look and see what it actually is, what it does and how it works, and obviously I'm going to show you how it prints as well. Alright, so here we are up close with the Polaroid Zip portable printer. Now Polaroid obviously is known for its instant photo taking and printing. And they actually sell devices very similar to this with a camera on the front, so you can take a picture and print it immediately. This is meant to be used alongside your phone or your tablet. So you have the pictures on your device and you send them through Bluetooth 4.0 and the printer prints them in under 80 seconds according to Polaroid. Now you'll notice from the get-go that this is the black glossy version. They also have a white, a blue and a pink version. And I really don't understand why you want to go for a matte glossy finish here, because obviously it attracts fingerprints like a madman. And it's, for a mobile printer, it's not going to sit on your desk just like that. It's meant to be taken with you, put it in your bag and so on. So I don't understand why they've gone for the glossy finish. And actually, if you can see the difference here on the sides, this is sort of a matte finish where the power button is located as well. Much nicer, feels better too, so they could have just wrapped it in the material completely. But whatever. Tour around the device, we got the Polaroid logo up here. The power button I already pointed out on the side. Nothing else. Up here is where all the interfaces live. Here's the charging point and your LED status lights. And the little zinc logo, which is the printing paper this uses, which we'll get to in a minute. Then on the other side is the business end. This little slot here is obviously where the pictures come out. And that is really all there is to see. There's no, nothing happens on this device. You just turn it on, connect it to your phone once, and then it's just a matter of printing. And that's really it. So all the interaction, all the photo editing and so on happens on your phone with the app that goes with this, both for iOS and Android. Now you might have noticed a little triangle here, which is obviously the opening of the printer. And as you can see on the inside, this is where the photo paper lives. Now in the box you get a little 10-pack of printing paper, and it's the, I don't know if it's famous, but it's the zinc paper, so no cartridge, no printing lint or ink or anything inside this printer. All the color is already in the paper. And the printer just activates the paper and therefore prints the color. And in the end you get a nice photo. Now obviously the 10-pack is going to run out after 10 pictures, yeah, no kidding. So then you have to buy packs like this directly from Polaroid, Amazon, wherever you can get them. It's not cheap, but it's not that expensive either. This is a 50-pack that will set you back just under 30 euros. So now it's a little over 50 cents per print, which, if you look at it pound for pound, is probably quite expensive, but it's not too bad, it's overseeable. And with a 50-pack you'll last quite long, because you're not going to use this to do any kind of high volume photo printing. Now, besides the printer and the photo paper, you can obviously expect the manual in the box, as well as the completely non-matching charging cable. But who doesn't have a micro USB cable laying around these days? Anyway, that's really all there is as far as the design goes. You can see it's, you know, quite small, quite tiny. If you put it next to my enormous Huawei phone, this is a 7-inch phone. It's the MediaPad X2. You can see that it's very small. It's pretty much actually the same width as my phone. So it's very compact. It is significantly weighted, which is nice. So when you put it in your bag, you feel that it's there. You can get a carry pouch for it, which is nice, but it's obviously an optional accessory. I don't really think you need a carry pouch. You can just put it in a pouch for your sunglasses or whatever, and you'll be fine. My biggest quirk with the outside is that the lid here where the photo paper goes, it's very easy to sort of, even when you just pick it up and press the corner, it already pops open. So this will not do that well. Close it back up. This will not do that well in your bag when there's a lot of other stuff in there. So you should really put it in a pouch if you put it in a bag, because otherwise the top's going to come off and that means all the paper is going to fall out, which is not a very nice situation in general. Then yeah, the black finish or the shiny finish, like I already mentioned. But other than that, I think it's a quite nice and sleek looking device. I like the sort of rainbow on it as well, and the zinc logo. It's very sort of understated, and even when you do keep this on your desk, it looks sort of like a hard disk, I suppose. So it's very unassuming, but it spits out little photos. Now, coming to the photos, they're 2 by 3 inches, so that is certainly not big, but you can expect something. This is my little boy on his bike, about this size. Obviously that's the size of the paper that comes inside. And the good part about the zinc technology is that it's smudge proof, sort of semi-water resistant, and it does come with a sticky back. So you can actually peel this off and stick it on your fridge, or stick it on, you know, whatever you want to stick it on. You know, the quality is pretty good, obviously depending on your camera. Don't expect any, you know, full-blown super HD prints or anything. That's not what this is about. This is just about some fun with the pictures on your device. Now, I already mentioned that the only thing happening here is the actual printing. Everything else happens in the Polaroid app, which is anything short of a disaster. This is such a sort of version 1.0 app, full of flaws. It doesn't look good, it doesn't work very nice, and even the graphics and the interface, they feel like they're 5 years old. So that's, you know, a bit of a downer, quite a downer actually, because it's not that user-friendly that you can just pick it up and go. You actually have to look at it and fiddle around with it a few times in order to, you know, make it work for you properly. And then there's, you know, connecting to the device itself and everything through the app. It just doesn't work very nice. So it's a real letdown of a great device, I think, that the app is so poorly designed and poorly put together. And actually, if you read through the comments section on the Android Play Store, there's not many people that are actually very happy with the app. Which rightfully so. I mean, we do live in 2016, so, you know, a company the size of Polaroid should be able to design a decent app to work with their devices. Other than that, it's pretty good. The app actually offers a bit of functionality in terms of printing name cards as well, hidden QR codes and so on, so you can have a bit of fun with it if you don't just want to print pictures. If you do just want to print some pictures, it's pretty good. Like I said, it takes about 80 seconds, so, you know, it's not too much time. And in my case, if you do it with your little toddler, it's actually quite a fun thing to do together and then make a collage out of it, which is the whole point I got this device. Like I said in the introduction, I want something to, you know, use the photos on my phone other than the one time a year that I make an album for Christmas. And this is a nice way to sort of, you know, take those memories off your phone and play around with them in real life a little bit. So all in all, I think it's a pretty good device. It's not cheap. It's 130 euros here in Germany, which will include the 10 papers, of course, but as soon as you start putting more paper into your order, then obviously it gets a bit more expensive. But that really depends on how often you plan on using it. Is it a great thing to take with you on the go? Yeah, I suppose, you know, if you're on a road trip and you want to, for some reason, have your pictures, you know, tangibly ready right away. I suppose you can just chuck this in your bag and all is well, and with the micro USB charging you have that with your phone anyway. So, you know, it's great, and as long as the lid stays on, all is well there. I like it a lot. It's a bit of a gadget, especially at the price point, and with the price of paper considered as well. But you know, why not? If you want to get some small pictures, some instant printing, especially when you have little kids, I think that's quite a lot of fun. So why not? I think it's a good exercise in what a small printer can be, and with the zinc paper, I think it's awesome that you don't need any cartridges or any other nonsense, which really shouldn't happen anymore in 2016 anyway. This was Peter from Reviews on Anything, with a look at the excellent Polaroid Zip with the terrible app. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!